back, fellas. Episode 30. We got it wrong last time, but who knew?
We did.
That's what I was told.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what our producer told us. You think he would know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We fed us a bunch of BS.
You
bunch
lost
of garbage.
Did you lose count because you were gone?
Oh, wow. Listen, you're starting already, Mike. You know what I mean?
I was just asking a question.
Wow.
He didn't say
30.
vacation, but he said you were gone.
You can say the V word.
I was
Why are
here
you so
last
self-conscious
week
about it?
because you guys are mean. You know, you pick on the little guys. You know what I mean?
I'm the shortest one here.
Yeah, you are. You're just a little guy.
Yeah.
Episode 30. Started this almost a year ago. Well, not quite a year ago. We started in January, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's come a long way.
Yeah.
It's come a long way since we started. I know Jimmy Duke's your buddy, our buddy. We got to get on his show. What's the status of that?
I got to reach out. I haven't followed up
Yeah,
with him.
imagine that.
It's
Just
on me.
another something fall through the crack
Yeah,
again.
right?
You know what I mean? New guy.
Where did we find this guy?
I don't know. You know, he said he played for the Rhinos. You know, thought he would
Doesn't
do much
seem like the
better
Rhino
job than what
way.
he's
Yeah.
doing. You know what I mean?
I'll get it scheduled.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll get it scheduled. So meaning
Yeah.
it's in the future.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I chirped a little bit about Scott Woods last week. So he reached out. He was messaging back and forth, and you know he's such a good dude, man. Like he's just one of those guys you want around when you're playing a sport because he's so competitive. Doesn't matter if it's freaking for the NHL or ARL men's league. He really gets into it, and he's just a good dude. We used to go to a tournament in Phoenix. All us, you know, men's league guys, and you and I were talking about it, and it was just a treat to have him there because you just didn't know what you were going to get, both on and off the ice.
Oh, yeah.
You know, things have
trip.
changed since then. That was probably 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Things have changed.
Is he still in town?
No, he's on the East Coast.
He's on the East Coast.
Yeah, he moved out there I think it was work related,
Fair enough.
which was good. Good for him. He's a good dude. He's been a long time friend, man.
Yeah. I was going to say we should have him on. Maybe zoom him in.
Yeah, and just fly
Have
him in,
him
you know, like with
tell
our,
some stories.
our deep pockets budget for this podcast. We could probably rip him in here, in and out, you know.
Somebody sponsor it.
Figure it out.
I'm sure Spirit flies
Yeah.
from where he's
Oh, yeah.
at.
I'm sure. And if he can't afford that, we got bigger problems.
Exactly. So, you know, you guys are running the conditioning camp right now. This is week 2 of 2. Doing 2 sessions a day. And, you know, it's obviously filled up this second week.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys are coming into town, especially on the NA3 team. Got a couple local kids. You know, how's that going?
It's been going good. You know, I've been running the 9 a.m. session, you know, so it's kind of been a good mix of goalies, D, forwards, local kids. I don't really know, you know, did a couple last week for the 6 a.m., but it's been good. The intensity's been good, and kids are, you know, a little gassed the first skate, but, you know, after the first couple, they figure out the altitude, and it's been good.
You know, people don't realize the altitude here. You know, it obviously comes in our favor when we play, but, you know, they don't realize it when they come into town that there is such a thing here in the desert.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to breathe. And, you know, the one thing that I've been impressed with, we have multiple kids, especially this week, doing the 6 a.m. and the 9 a.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah, quite a few. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So, and we haven't been talking about practice plans, and somehow they've kind of worked out to be pretty much different without, you know, planning it. So I kind of, you know, it's been good.
You know,
a
and
little taste of both
it's
worlds.
nice to see a couple of youth guys in there. You know, the 14 years. I know there's a couple guys that are in there, and they're getting their feet wet a little bit, and which is nice to see, because you know they want to play for the Rhinos eventually, and they get a taste of it. Now, you know, whether they can or can't, that's to be said, but it's been a good thing.
Yeah, and
Hey, that's how you get better. Like you gotta play with the older guys and like be uncomfortable. Like shout out to some of those younger kids who are, you know, mixing it up and they're not backing down. You know, we started to increase with some battle drills, and they're getting in there, they're leaning in, and really like that's where you start to make the strides, is playing with older guys, you know, and being uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're seeing, you know, guys take them under their wing too, and like give them fist bumps and, hey, you know, try this next time. It's been pretty cool to see them, you know, kind of bring them along for the ride.
100%. And that, you know, there's, I'm not going to say names, but there's one dude that's out there from the youth program. Every time I see him, he's like, hey, coach, can I do this, and this? I said, no, you got to kind of walk before you're on here, bud. You know, like, let's just figure it out first. But, you know, I like that, you know, the determination, want, and the willingness to do what it takes, so to speak.
Sure.
And that's kind of the Rhino way, Mike.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is, right?
Yeah.
Timelines and
timelines and deadlines and, hey, I'm going to do this, but let's not get it done.
All right. I'll line up your appearances. Sorry.
Yeah, line up my appearances, will you?
I'm working on it.
This podcast is so big, I need an assistant. You know what I mean?
You have a producer.
But he's falling apart too. You know what I mean? Last week he told us the wrong episode, so I'm going to put a job description out for that one too.
Strike one.
You know, strike one.
Speaking of strikes, how about baseball these days?
You know, baseball's like watching the grass grow or watching paint dry, unless you're in Game 7 of the World Series. But I guess there's some cool stuff going on right now.
Like what?
I don't know. We talked about this earlier. And we
Bet
couldn't
there
really,
wasn't
we
much-
couldn't
there
really
wasn't
come
much
up with
going
anything. No, but like baseball. So Aaron Judge, he's our producer, informed us that he's possibly going to break his record without a cork bat or juice, supposedly, until they test him and he breaks a bat.
And then he's,
You know what I mean? But what is he at? He's at 50 right now? He's at 50 and his record's 63?
Two?
62? 62. Producer says,
plenty of time.
yeah,
Plenty.
because they got a month left, so that's
Yeah.
30 games
He's
minimum.
got 300 games to hit 70.
Exactly. And 645 at bats,
That's right.
whatever the math is.
Whatever, yeah.
What does he get, about
What-
4 a game? So you get
Probably,
120
3.
minimum, probably, right? 3 to 4?
Yeah, and do they have him? Does he DH? Or is he always in the field?
Well, last night or whatever,
DH is like here and there.
Yeah.
DH is here and there.
So like on an off day, he still gets 4 at bats. You know,
How what an off day in baseball if you're not a pitcher? I don't get it, man.
It's an
That
off
sport
day all
to
the
me is
time.
not that hard.
I mean,
I get it when you're playing 175 games or whatever it is in a season. When you get to about $150, you're probably like, man, is this over yet? Especially when
mean-
you're about 30 games out.
oh yeah. That's why I didn't play. I gave it up.
You know.
I didn't want.
But Judge last night, I don't know if it was last night, but I saw the highlight where he's hit deep center field and he jumps up and catches it and throws it in for a double play. Pretty nice play.
Yeah. He's got some skills for sure.
And he's a big boy. He's
He
like
is, yeah,
6'6",
he's a big
boy. Oh, he's a
6'7",
monster.
something like
Yeah.
that. He's a big dude.
He's a monster. So, but
I
yeah.
hope he does it, because it's great for the sport, especially when you're coming down to the wire. And, maybe you're 3 or 4 off and there's a
Yeah.
handful of games left and everybody's buying in and eating the junk
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be like Ovechkin getting closer and closer to the goal scoring record. you know, and-
What's he at?
yeah, he's not far. I mean, he's not really close, but he's not really far either.
he needs
So
like
in other words,
50
you have no idea.
he
He's
needs
got.
like,
If he can play a couple more years, I think he can do it.
I think he needs like 40 a year though.
But that's the break Gretzky, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, shit, he ain't doing that.
Depending on
What did he get last year? Like 30?
I
I don't even think he had 30. He's getting old, man.
I have no idea.
Did you see him
Couldn't tell you.
rocking? He was playing soccer,
Oh yeah,
just punishing dudes.
Was he really?
Yeah, man.
might as well be rugby.
Yeah, might as well. But now, hopefully he get. Like, I honestly hope he doesn't break it because I think it needs to stay.
Yeah.
North America, the record, just for hockey. Maybe I'm just being biased, but I don't want Ovechkin. He's a great dude, especially when they won the cup.
Yeah.
My perception of Ovechkin changed completely when they won the cup. The way he partied,
Yeah,
it was just cool, like a little kid in a candy store, man.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's cool.
I think where it changed for me is that it proved like he could wear the C and like help lead the team to there was just so many doubts
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
comes in and like Barry Trotz teaches him how to finally play some defense and play 200 feet
Yeah.
and look what you get.
Yeah, right, no doubt. But it was nice to see that for sure. Just watching these guys when they win the cup, how they act and how they, you know what I mean? They're just like little kids, and they just I think that's really cool. The tradition that they get when they each get to spend whatever 24 hours to do what they want with the cup.
Oh,
I think
it's
that's
awesome.
really, really cool.
Oh
man.
yeah. I love the eating cereal out of the cup. I don't know. It's something I would do for sure, but I don't know why. I just think that's
So you guys both know Darren McCarty.
of course.
So a lot of hockey fans probably know who he is, but he played for the Red Wings. I don't know if it was most of his career or all his career.
Most. Yeah, I
Most,
played
yeah.
in
In the
Calgary
90s.
and somewhere else as well, I think.
But when he was in Detroit and then the whole Colorado rivalry, and then he got into, some substance abuse and kind of got out of the game. And then I don't know if it was Draper or somebody, I think it was Draper. They were pretty tight, so he helped them get back in the game. And when they won the cup after that, and I might be mixed up a little bit, but when he won the cup,
Yeah.
he took, he was clean and sober.
Yeah.
And he took the cup to his hometown, and all the little kids were eating ice cream out of it.
Love it.
That's awesome.
I thought, that's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
That was really, really cool. What a competitor.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was the reason I was number 25.
Wow, I thought it was because of me.
Well, besides you, I didn't.
No, Without saying that. I guess, you know.
Everyone should already know that.
Why did we bring this up? Because the guy on my left is going to freaking chirp. What? My number is your daughter.
2 + 5 is what?
Whatever, Mike.
7, yeah.
Exactly. Whatever, dude. But you know that the cup winning the cup thing is really, really cool, man.
For
really,
sure.
really cool. And you know, last playoffs was cool. I thought Edmonton was going to do it. You know, I was hoping they were going to do it. I think most hockey fans were hoping as well, just to get it back in Canada.
I mean, I was hoping that it didn't go to Canada.
Yeah, same.
But
If I'm being honest.
I guess I'm wrong. If you guys are being honest. You know what? Who invited you guys on this show anyway?
You did.
Certainly wasn't me.
it wasn't
You
an
know what I mean?
invite.
I
It
guess
was that
you
you guys need to be here at 11 a.m. so we can film this.
I know my internet.
had a choice, I mean.
I'm gonna start shooting text messages next time. Producer, we talked about this. Did you not send a memo to these guys? Like, we just get stuffed animals for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Like, Cracker Barrel's sitting to my left and my right, but whatever. It is what it is. Speaking about Cracker Barrels, Joe's back next week.
Joe's back this week.
Well, he's
Joe's
back
back
this way,
tomorrow.
but he's going to be back on the podcast.
Oh, he's back on the pod, yeah.
Oh.
So that'll
Does
be,
that mean I get the boot?
I was just
Do
gonna
I get
say,
to go sit in the stands?
Well,
Am I healthy?
I don't know what we're going to do. We might be able to fit a fourth on here, which we can. You know what I mean? Like,
You tell me.
probably ratings would go up if you weren't on here, but
Probably.
I didn't really want to say that, but I will now.
Make a comment below and say who you'd like to see gone to, get the ratings to go up. I don't think it's going to be me.
Right.
Weekly lineup card.
Weekly lineup. Yeah, send in your weekly lineup card on who you want in. Speaking about cool guests, we have Justin Kaufman coming on the show. He's going to be on the next segment, which is cool. He's got the GetFit Fitness gym. Have you been over there yet?
Yeah.
Pretty
awesome.
nice, eh?
It's unbelievable.
He's done a freaking amazing job.
Yeah, from where it was last year at this time to where it is now is unbelievable. And every day I keep seeing stuff on Instagram where it's just getting better
insane.
and better and better.
Well, I remember when we signed the deal with him last year, for him to be the official gym of the Rhinos. He was in his previous gym, which was small, and, it was nice.
It was still awesome.
But he's like, yeah, we got in this. We went over and saw the location, and it should be ready October 1st. I'm looking at this place. I think it was September, October. I think it's September. I'm like, or October. There's no flipping way.
yeah.
There's
I
no way.
remember. Yeah, there was no
And
way.
sure enough, man, October 1st, it was ready to go.
Yeah, and it's huge.
But that guy, he's got something on the go all the time. I don't know how he does it, but he's kind of come on. We're going to talk about it, so that should be a very interesting segment. A lot of fun with him, and just to kind of see what he's doing with the gym thing. I know there's some stuff that he's got going on, which hopefully we can talk about. So, and then I'll get your answer,
Sounds good.
as to when and how and where and why.
Sounds good.
But yeah, everything is good, man, in the Rhino world.
Yeah, just getting ready. I mean, these guys report in less than a week.
Yeah.
Got just over a week before all the NA3 guys get here, so getting ready, getting prepped.
So, guys are rolling into town. I remember back when I played junior.
Yeah.
You obviously want to get in a little bit early just because. And I'm not saying that there's shenanigans going on, but I'm sure there's some shenanigans going on where the guys, one last hurrah before they, put the boots on and get rocking and rolling and, kind of walk around like a rock star for a while before you get hammered.
Oh, yeah.
Both of you guys were players.
I mean, I don't know anything about it, but
Yeah, I mean, I lived here. We always look forward to the guys that came in a little bit early.
Oh, yeah, man.
Couple weeks
What,
before.
you guys go golfing or
Golfing.
whatever.
yeah, mini golf, movies,
The library.
Film studies.
Film studies.
Make sure I got my crayons and my chalk.
Crayons and chalk. Yeah. But so it's an exciting time. We just talked a little bit off air about this time of the year, especially like September, October. We got football starting up. We got baseball ending. We got basketball starting up. Hockey starting up. What else is starting up? I think those are the major sports, right? I cover them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's always cool because baseball playoffs. As much as it's going to kill me to say this, it's fun.
Baseball playoffs is awesome.
Especially as you get, the further they go along. I don't really understand the structure of it, but, once it gets rolling, man,
it's
do
fun.
they get packed the stadiums, eh?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
insane.
Well, it's like hockey in the sense of, playoffs elevates it to like another level where the games get a little bit tighter, and it's like you come down to the end of the year and it's all the little things that are making the difference. Baseball's the same way. During playoffs, now they're playing small ball. They're moving guys on the bases. It makes for more exciting baseball.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the
Well,
problem.
you were a
with-
baseball guy.
I
No
was.
wonder you're not chirping the sport.
the problem
I'm
with
not gonna
baseball
chirp.
too is
I love
the
baseball.
first 100 games.
What's that?
So I love baseball.
Yeah, no, I get it, man.
Didn't you have a softball career post hockey?
Post hockey, man. We had
Heard you guys had a team.
we did have a team. We were called the Ice Dogs. It was a
Yeah?
good time. Yeah, man. It's a lot of fun. We can't tell those stories on here though.
Did you guys win any games?
Probably not.
Would you had fun?
Would you
Yeah.
remember if you did?
The thing is did we remember, or could I remember? We had fun. We didn't like playing because it's a brutal sport anyway, but it was just getting together.
Softball is fun. Slow pitch
Softball is fun. We had a good
Softball's fun.
time.
I can get
Yeah.
on board with that.
So
Like,
before you rudely interrupted, where were we?
I don't even
You
remember.
guys we're talking
Oh
about
yeah,
baseball.
no baseball.
Baseball.
So the first 100 games of baseball, nobody cares about, right? Okay, so yeah, it matters for the standings, but playoff baseball,
Right.
every single night matters. So it's like I can sit and cheer for the Angels one night and then the Mets the next.
And they go
Just-
once
and
they
just
get into
excited about
playoffs.
it 'cause it,
They go every night, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Even
Yeah.
so, they'll do whatever 2-2-1 or what or two. What is it?
I don't
First,
know,
the
yeah.
first series is 5, and then they go to 7.
So 2-2-1 or 3-2.
Do you know? I don't remember.
They go.
So we're talking about with the
Three
games
out of 5.
Oh,
for those.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
which
best
order
of
they
5
go?
is it the first 2 are at home, and then 3 on the road, or is it 2-2-1?
I don't remember.
2-2-1?
Yeah.
You're sure about that?
It's got to be.
Pretty sure.
It makes the most sense.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
So you got 3. Well, you got 4 sports guys in here, and we can't figure this out.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we're
they're all
assuming
different.
it's 2-2-1.
It has to be, because then you can get your starting pitcher at home, game 1, like your number 1 guy, and then back for game 5 at home. It's the only way it would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got 15 pitchers on the roster though.
Yeah, but they're only throwing their 3 to 4 studs and they're usually coming in relief, even the starters during playoffs.
No, I get that. Yeah, for sure. So then that's first round. How many rounds are there?
3.
3 rounds. So 1 less than hockey and 5, 7, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would assume that's what it would need. So that's cool. It gets
Yeah.
into it, and I'll watch it.
I
You
follow it at least.
or
I don't-
follow it,
I'll,
yeah,
I'll turn
follow
if
is
it's
probably a
on and
better
I'm
word.
cooking dinner or something. It'll be on. But I'm other than that.
But
Unless it's the Tigers, but I don't think that I don't know this year, but I don't think they're going to be up there.
I couldn't tell you who's
So
winning
I
and
don't-
losing.
I know the White Sox are brutal. So way to go, Chicago.
Aaron, what's your team? Who's your team?
Yankees.
Of
Oh, go
Oh,
figure.
yeah.
You
Cowboys,
freaking jack.
Yankees,
No, he's not a
let's
Cowboy
see.
fan.
Well,
Cowboys
hold on,
suck.
let
He's
me
probably
just
a
guess.
KC fan.
Hold on, let me guess. Let me guess. What?
Steelers.
Steelers?
Steeler
Okay.
fan?
Steelers.
Texas or OU. College football.
He's UTEP through and through.
College. Notre Dame.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he's one of those guys. Yeah, he's just the best, Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite hockey team?
You know what? I don't.
80s Edmonton Oilers.
I don't have a favorite hockey team, which is crazy because I don't have a favorite, but I do. I always love Lindros.
Okay.
Eric,
that's
look
fair.
at you. So you are kind of a fan.
Yeah,
So if you know that,
yeah,
dude,
I can get on board with that.
Has
Yeah.
gotten more and more over the years.
That was my first ever NHL jersey. It was
Really?
a
Eric
Lindros Flyers jersey.
I remember when I was growing up, I was about these guys' age, probably 16, 17. We'd do conditioning camps in Calgary. And we talked about this, different levels or whatever. So we're skating, and outside the glass was this freaking monster of a man. And Lindros was on the ice with us. But I'm like, who in the frick is that guy? It was his brother.
Oh, yeah. What's
His
it?
brother's, like his head came up to the top of the
Eric
glass, running along the
Was,
sideboards.
was he walking around the glass with his head down?
Dude, yeah, right. Exactly. But man alive, was he a flipping monster? He was bigger than his brother.
Really?
It seemed like it anyway. But he was terrible. Lindros at least was good. His brother was the shits.
Yeah.
Until I got applesauce for brains.
Right. Well, that happened, man.
Yeah. That happened to me. I know how that goes.
Kind of happened. It kind of happens, Alec. You know what I mean? You're taking shots at ourselves here. But no, yeah, Lindros. So you're sort of a fan. I would have to say more if you know that guy.
I don't know. I just don't understand sports fans. I mean, obviously, growing up in an area that, like, I don't know, I'm from Michigan, so
Yeah.
Red Wings, Tigers, Lions, whatever. Pistons, I hate basketball, but whatever. Michigan State. But, I grew up there. So being in a, out of market area, it's always weird for me to see, like, Yankees and Vikings and, whatever mixture of teams is your favorite because, you just have allegiance to where
Yeah,
you're from
yeah.
usually or your parents or whatever. So it's tough to, kind of wrap my
Well,
head
when
around.
we're in the hot spot of El Paso, there's
Yeah.
not really,
Oh, yeah, no.
unless you want to be a Miner fan or a Chihuahua fan.
Hey, Chihuahuas are fun.
Yeah.
I went
I'm not.
I went to a
I'm not-
locomotive
I'm not-
game. That was fun. I got
I'm
into
not
soccer for
I'm not,
a game.
I'm not knocking it. You know, what I mean?
Are you
Chihuahua
sure?
Stadium's nice.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, it's
Nice
awesome.
stadium.
Yeah, but when you grow up here, it's like it's hard to pick. Like you like unless you just follow what your dad
Well, but
likes.
that's why I'm curious. Like, is it what your dad likes? Is it just what happens to be on TV because you're getting, Phoenix, you're getting the Diamondbacks or whatever it might be. Like,
Who's your team?
NHL.
NHL, baseball, and football.
So the Devils. I lived in New Jersey for 5 years. That's how I got into hockey.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
I went to Game 7 in 2003 against the Mighty Ducks at the time.
The Mighty Ducks, Paul
Yeah.
Kariya.
Football, the Rams. So my dad liked them back when they were in LA. He grew up there and then followed them to St. Louis and then back to LA. Baseball, the Red Sox. Started liking them when I was in high school. And
No ma,
that's
no
right.
ma, Garcia Para.
The
No, yeah. Loma.
what other sport? Oh, basketball.
Yeah, who cares?
I got into the
Rather get.
I got into the Thunder when I lived there because it was fun.
That's
it was
fair.
something to do.
That's fair.
They had a couple good runs, but big Kobe fan.
Big Kobe fan.
Big Kobe fan.
Wow.
What about you? What are your teams?
Yeah.
Well, I'm more of a individual kind of guy when it comes to sports. So
You, an individual guy.
yeah, weird.
Come
right?
on, no
Not a
way.
team guy?
Not a team guy.
No, it's all about me. 75 goals in Pup A. I don't know if you ever knew that or not.
I
but-
heard it once.
Yeah, you probably have.
Can you tell it again, just
Yes,
in case
I
somebody
scored
hasn't heard?
75 goals in Pup A. So I like the Oilers because I like McDavid. I think he's probably the best player to ever play, in my opinion. I like Crosby just because when he came in, he was pretty good in what he's done, and I just like him as a representative of the sport.
He's a
'cause
role
he's
model,
just
yeah.
he's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a good dude. Like you don't see him doing anything wrong, and I think that's really cool. Football, I used to like Peyton Manning. Just because I think the
Five-head.
guy is really, really good,
Yeah.
and he's just flipping hilarious. I think he's just. I just have a freaking third eye. You know what I mean?
Whatever you say.
I need to get that taken out, but
Yeah.
I don't have time. I'm always on vacation.
Vacation or podcasting, that's it.
So I guess football would be really no, but like I don't really anybody who's playing the Cowboys.
That's fair.
At this
fair.
point in time,
I'm down for
I
that.
cannot stand Kansas City. For those people that have followed the podcast, you guys know I just can't stand Patrick Mahomes.
He talks like this. Who's your daddy?
I just think he's just a kind of a. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's that.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what it
Kermit.
is. And then basketball, honestly, nobody.
Anybody playing LeBron,
Yeah, anybody play them.
I can't stand LeBron.
There you go. I cannot stand that guy. I really can't. And then his son coming in because of him. I don't care what anybody says. I think he's just there because of his old man.
100%.
You know, like it's just, whatever. I just think
you know
he's-
what? With him though, like I feel for the kid, and it's honestly
Oh, man.
impressive. Like what he's got to go through. Not only are you his son, not only do you have to deal with all that press, but he named you the same thing.
I would be playing a different sport. If it was me, and
I would take him.
I would be figuring something else out because
Yeah.
you're never gonna.
No,
know.
you're absolutely right. Like, could you imagine being that guy's kid?
No.
For first of all, for the haters,
Oh yeah.
and then second of all, because you got to live up to that.
Yeah,
Like, good luck, because he is good. Like,
he is. I think the younger son's better, Bryce.
Yeah.
Like he's supposed.
Who's the one that had the heart condition? The one now, right?
I think it was Bryce. I think it's the younger one.
Yeah, it might have been the younger one. I don't
thought-
know, but
yeah,
yeah,
I have
it's
no
one.
idea.
One
One
of
of
them for sure, but I don't remember which.
I don't know.
The
I'm
younger,
not
the younger
really-
one looks like Horace Grant because he's got to
Yeah,
wear.
he does.
He's got to wear the goggles.
Love it.
It's awesome.
Horace
Love it.
Grant, look at that.
That's a
I remember
throwback.
that guy. Yeah. But yeah, no. So that's my and baseball. Honestly, I'll go with the Yankees. Just I went to a game there. I thought it was really, really cool how people bought into it and what they do, and I even bought a hat.
Oh, look at you!
I even bought a
I
hat
don't
just
think I've
because
ever-
I'm
I don't
like
think
I'm
I-
gonna be a.
For what? I don't think I've ever seen you wear a hat once in my entire
Well, I
life.
can- honestly,
Is it straight bill and does it have the sticker on it still?
It is not a straight bill, I don't think, and it probably has a tag on it. I honestly, I'll try to find
Yeah.
it.
Can you wear that? Can you wear that next week on the pod?
Yeah, you should.
I'll try it. If I can find it, I'll wear it.
Dude with the headphones and the Yankee
Yeah,
hat,
man.
kind of like Jay-Z.
My glasses all sideways like this. The reason why I don't wear hats, Mike, is because I get headaches because of the concussions.
Really? Why don't you just
So-
get a bigger hat?
I wear mine loose, yeah.
But honestly, I get headaches.
Really?
That's
I didn't
true.
know that.
True.
yeah.
Now you make me feel
I
bad.
wear my hats loose
Yeah, you're
because
picking on the handicap guys, man.
Yeah, I know how it goes. I'm the same way. I might have to be loose, otherwise I'm miserable.
Yeah, I can't do it. But I used to wear hats all the time, but I don't anymore.
I don't know if I ever remember
It
seeing you in a
sucks.
hat ever.
Yeah, I've
think.
never. I don't.
Now that
know
I think
ever
about,
seen
now
it.
that we've talked about it, I don't think.
Yeah, man, it's been a while for sure. You know, I've had numerous concussions, and I sleep poorly.
Yeah.
And I get headaches quite often. And after 20 years of going through all this crap, you'd think that I would have some of it figured out. And I knew hats was part of it. Like just when I wear it, I'm like, man, I always get kind of just a headache, like not a freaking migraine, but just an annoying like pain in my head.
Yeah,
So I just give up wearing hats, man.
that's fair.
So when I ride my Harley, I don't wear a helmet because I can't.
Your brain's already ruined anyway,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's not like it's gonna
Like,
matter.
and honestly,
What's one more?
Yeah,
what's one more? But yeah, so that's that. So those are my teams. But anyway, NHL's coming along here soon, which is going to be great. Regular season, I can't really get into it. I do, but I don't.
I watch the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's just so much hockey. Like we're
It's
here all the
yeah.
time, and we're dealing with
It's-
hockey 24/7. Last thing you want to do is go home and watch a replay.
You know who watches hockey like it's going out of style? Joe. It's always on. If there's a game on, it's on that TV in the office, or he's at home watching it all the time. And he just enjoys it. He's not watching it to learn. I mean, he picks things up, of course,
Sure.
but he's just a genuine fan.
That's awesome,
And he
though.
watches game like
I
he's
love that.
Hey, did you watch the Ducks? San Jose game. Like, why would I watch the Ducks San
Why would
Jose
you
game?
wa- Yeah,
He's like,
exactly.
yeah, but it was
It was on
good.
till midnight
Yeah.
because it's Pacific time. No,
No,
And it's the Ducks.
and San Jose,
San Jose.
the AHL team.
yeah,
Yeah, right. Tucson Roadrunners. They're moving, I think.
Are they?
Henderson, I think. No?
Henderson's got their own team.
Henderson's got a team.
Well, where have I been?
I don't know.
Concussion.
Probably on vacation.
Sorry,
Probably
man.
on vacation. You know what? You guys are going to get what's coming for you.
You keep saying
You know
it, but
what I
I'm
mean?
waiting.
I'm not going
every
to tell
day.
you when
I'm
it's
just,
coming, but it's coming.
We should have gotten him a Hawaiian shirt for his first show
Oh,
back.
yeah, that'd been good.
Yeah, man.
Vacation
do
heel.
what, do what you need to do. So I'm learning how to do things on CapCut and all sorts of cool things.
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah,
You should be, because it's a challenge for me, and
it's awesome.
so I'm learning.
Yeah.
So once I there's something I'm working on now, I can't wait to get it, because you'll see.
We got 3 months at least.
Yeah, man. I never said when. But yeah, so obviously a lot going on in the next couple of weeks. The guys report and things like that, and it's going to be really, really cool to get the guys back. I was talking to Aaron earlier. When the guys come in, what's it like, the atmosphere around here? And I'm like, it's just busy.
Oh yeah.
There's always something going on. There's always somebody here.
Yep.
There's, from one day to the next, you never know what's going on.
Players, sponsors, photographers, this,
Fans
that, fans,
coming in,
billets,
billets,
this,
everything.
it's all-
Parents.
yeah, parents.
And
all
it's
the time.
it's a cool time of the year.
Yeah.
There's no feeling like training camp starting or beginning of the season when
Yeah.
all the players report, just the buzz in the air, the start to practices, like the infinite opportunity of what could be this season. Like there's no better feeling. Like honestly, that's one of my biggest fears is at one point in my life going through a year where there's no start. Like I'm not involved with start to the
Yeah.
season. Like because since I was 16, it's the way it's
for
been.
sure. Yeah.
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 And it's just come a way of life. You know what I mean? Like people ask, man,
Absolutely.
you work a lot. Yeah, I do, but I don't feel that it's work.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? Because it's just kind of what we do.
Yeah, I mean it's stressful, but it's I wouldn't do it any other way.
No, for
I'm looking forward to the first time that those guys all skate out there in matching equipment and practice jerseys and get ready to go. Like,
Ready
that's just
to
my
go.
favorite. Like everybody, okay, here we are as a team now. Let's do it. Like I'm pumped. I'm ready to
First
get her
game
going.
for you is going to be September 20th, which is
No.
awesome.
13th wrong
13th.
team.
I'm sorry. 13. My bad.
It's all right.
I forgot
in last- stuck in last
I
year.
forgot you got promoted. Anyway,
Okay.
maybe that's some. Anyway, go ahead.
So, would you like to air any complaints this week? I'll let open floor. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, man, I'll start.
Yeah, let's go.
Obviously, it rained a lot last night. The freaking drivers in El Paso are terrible. You would think that it was the end of the world, and there was a freaking meteor raid coming down, and like
It was-
it's crazy.
Horrific. I mean, it usually takes me 15 minutes from North Hills to get down here. I think it took me 27 minutes. and it wasn't stop and go. It was just that much traffic.
Wow.
And everyone's just driving 10, 15 under the speed limit for no. It's not even raining. It's wet, but it's not like I don't know. But like 10 going either way to the border was packed. You know, like it was bad.
And what also drives me crazy is when there's an accident going eastbound.
Oh yeah,
The traffic going west is backed
Yeah.
up. I'll never be able to figure that out besides the rubberneckers.
Yeah,
everyone's got to see what
people in El
happened.
Paso are so nosy. They got to stop and see. And here, let me get my phone out. Maybe my
Maybe
picture
I can
end up
put this on
FitFam.
what's
Yeah.
that FitFam. There you go.
FitFam.
Yeah, that's what it's
Send
called.
in the cool clips to
Shout
our
out FitFam,
podcast.
though.
Yeah,
That's
we'll start putting them out.
Yeah, we'll
Some of
start
them.
rocking them out there. No problem.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty good with the cuts and stuff.
Yeah, computers and technology.
Yeah, man.
Well done.
Yeah, dude.
I know.
So what's your complaint? The drivers, obviously.
Well, I'll let Sherm go.
Oh, I'm sticking with the drivers. It was bad today. I left early. I thought I was going to be good, and I also don't know though. I guess, get ahead of myself here. There was quite a few Army guys dropping kids off at school this morning in their camo. So I don't know if it's a deployment date. So I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt to the north side being.
No, because it was everywhere.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
Okay,
There was
I only know
there was
where
an
I came
accident
from,
on the
so-
border highway.
Look at you trying to cover.
So in El Paso, because it doesn't rain very often, and then you have like all the oil that's sitting on
100%.
the,
Oh yeah.
and then it lifts up, right? And so the roads are a little bit slick, but people treat it like it's icy.
Yeah.
Right, there you go. Like when I was going to wherever I was going on vacation the last time, as you guys so say, it rained probably
Cabo.
70% of the time, and traffic was just normal.
Yeah, it's
just
normal.
fine.
It's nothing.
Yeah, it's just rain.
Like I can understand when it gets flooded and there's
100%.
nowhere for it to go.
Or
but-
ice, black ice.
or
I
black ice,
understand
but,
that.
You know,
Yeah.
like today it wasn't even raining. It wasn't
Any
it was
weather, the city
wet.
shuts down.
Yeah.
Traffic is just brutal.
Well, so we all agree on the weather
Yeah,
today and the
weather.
traffic. So the complaint of the
But-
day is El Paso drivers.
Okay, let's backtrack
Yeah.
again. But the rain is nice.
Rain is nice.
I mean, except for the rink right now is a little. Well, it's getting better out there.
So are we turning this rain thing, this complaint corner, into something nice now?
Yeah, Sherman's positive
outlook.
outlook.
Positive punch
I don't
from Alex Sherman.
do
He's a
it.
positive guy.
Yeah,
He is a positive guy.
try to be.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be around here, otherwise it would just be.
Bunch of
Well, you know, like
cynics.
I'm going to relay this back to
You're gonna
when,
have to
when
cut
he had a 10-game suspension. He had a lot of time to relate on being positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Time to reflect.
Yeah,
and,
time to
you know,
reflect
realize that I'm not that person anymore.
after lengthy therapy sessions
Yeah.
and all that good
Yeah.
stuff. But
League appointed.
right, yeah, really good point. Yeah, no doubt. Anyway, so the complaint is obviously the weather.
Yeah, the weather.
and the
Yeah.
rain, but
Brutal.
more so the drivers.
Yeah, I got nothing specific this week. I'm feeling pretty positive. Nothing to complain about. Life's good.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, you heard it.
So
here
wait a
first.
second. Hold on.
I know.
Wait.
So
We just chirped me about being positive, and then how did this work?
You know, this didn't go the way it was supposed to go. He wanted to bring back in this complaint corner, and then he leaves it as a positive.
Just because it's a segment doesn't mean that each one of us has to have a complaint every week, right?
Okay, fair enough. But this is obvious. This complaint.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on
We're on the
board
same
with
page.
this. I guess it's my complaint too, but I mean, I don't have anything different right
Whose side are you on?
now. Not the driver's side.
No, I'm just teasing.
We'll just
So
get a
September
we'll get a
13th, but
cut
you're
out
on,
of you.
on,
Yeah,
on the
perfect.
road.
Yeah, 13th on the
I
road.
meant here in the year September 20th here, which is right around the corner, believe it or not, everybody. So it's going to be really, really cool. Next segment, we got Justin Kaufman here. So stick around and watch that. It's going to be a lot of fun. He's always got something interesting to talk about.
For sure.
And he's always got something on the go, which is going to be interesting. So thanks for tuning in so far on this first segment, guys. Appreciate your help.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Absolutely.
Don't get comfortable. Welcome back to the second half of episode 30 with my man, Justin Kaufman. How are you, bud?
Good, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Finally, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're busy. I thought I was busy,
No.
but you're busy.
No, man. I've been making excuses.
Excuses?
Yeah.
You know, the excuses are like a-holes. Everyone's got one.
Yeah.
And you're not an excuse kind of guy, man. I know you know, welcome to the podcast. Appreciate you finally getting on, man. And
Thanks for having me, man. Yeah.
Justin Kaufman with GetFit Fitness. I'm telling you, man, a year ago when I met you, approximately about a year ago, right?
Yep.
You know, we went to your previous gym. I can't remember. It was
Ratio. Yep.
Nice little gym. Worked out there a few times. You know, that was going to be the training center of the Rhinos.
Right.
And you had said, you know, we were doing this new project.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
When you took me to the new place, I'm like, there's no way in hell this is going to be ready by September, October 1st.
Everybody said that.
And man,
Everybody thought that.
and when I went there, I was like, man, this is huge.
Yeah.
And like, dude, if you're going to conquer this,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
And sure enough,
Yeah.
you kept your word, dude.
It looked like shit, huh?
I wouldn't say shit, but it's what it is now.
Yeah.
Is I don't even know how to explain. So you viewers out there,
Yeah.
GetFit Fitness over on what is it on
2222 Treywood.
Treywood.
Down the street from Powerhouse. So, yeah.
beautiful place.
Yep.
Beautiful place. I know our guys love going there, and you got some great equipment, and it's just so spread out, and just it's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it, really.
So what made you get into the gym gig?
I mean, it started about 15 years ago. Basically, it was just my first job, or my first business I walked into. So, do you mind if I take this off?
Yeah,
Is that
man.
okay? Yeah.
Yeah, you do whatever you need
My
to do.
feedback's a little heavy. Is that okay? Can I?
Yeah, take it off.
Yeah, okay.
I can turn it down if you
Okay.
want.
No, that's all right. That's all right. It was the first gym I started. Just got my mom was going there. She was going to a gym that wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
And so she had told me about it. I hadn't really gotten into anything yet. I was just out of school, kind of didn't have any direction.
Mhm.
So walked in there, talked to the owner. I've just done fitness. I knew fitness. I had a lot of friends. I knew I could bring some value to his failing business, basically.
Yeah.
And I did, man. I brought a lot of. We ended up coming to some agreement. I think it was 70-30 is what it was. I contributed about $60,000 on my credit card. That's how I bought in with credit card money. So if that would have flopped, I would have been super broke and super behind at my early 20s.
Sure.
And no, man. I just for long story short, I just made it work.
Because whatever you're doing is working.
Yeah.
Like we've known each other for approximately a year, and
Yeah.
there's always something going on there. Whether it's even if it's not fitness related, I know you do some shows there as far as the models and whatnot. You're always doing something. Your social media is insane. Whoever does that,
Yeah.
does a great job.
I just repost.
Well, simple. Well, there you go. You're just a jack of all trades, man.
Yeah. No. It's super easy, man. It's not a lot of work.
But no, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it takes these days, because everyone's on social media.
Yep.
And content, we talked about that a little bit before you jumped on it. Content is tough.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like a rocket science situation. I think, I don't know, man. I mean, so, when I stepped into this gym, definitely like you said when you walked in, I was, I think, how far behind were we? A month or two?
Well, I think a couple months, but you had said, you were waiting on the electricians were there and they screwed up, and you were kind of redoing some stuff that
they did me dirty, yeah.
You were doing some stuff there, and then
nothing was even in yet, right?
No, there was no equipment, no nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a 24-hour job for the next 2 months to get it to what you saw, basically. And even when I opened, I don't know if you remember, but it wasn't ready.
No.
I still had equipment that hadn't shown up yet. There were still, the bathrooms actually basically imploded. My plumber, so we had to throw some porta potties in the back. Man, that was awful. That was so embarrassing. So I was directing people to the porta potties. I was walking. I swear, man, I think we had, I want to say like 100 new people a day coming in that I was touring.
Yeah.
And having them imagine what I was gonna do, because I wasn't finished. So I had to this was going to be here. We ordered this. This is coming in a month and a half. The bathrooms aren't ready, but don't worry, they're going to be fixed. I was selling a dream, and we were selling memberships like crazy.
Yeah.
I probably could have sold double or triple if it was ready at the time, But man, I really I just off the cuff, I just made it work.
Well, I'm telling you, again, when I first went in there, I'm like, I brought Joe, our coach, in.
Yeah.
And him and I were like, there's no way in heck he's going to be ready. And you pulled it off, man.
And I'm glad you guys even liked it the way it was. So
no, it was a nice, it's huge, it's spacious, and there's so much there. And there's so many, you have a juice bar type thing there. Mm-hmm. What else you got there?
So we got the juice bar, your smoothies, your pre-workout, your post-workout, your meal preps, like your one-stop shop for that. You got the active recovery room. Active recovery room we just opened. I don't think you've seen it yet. So we just.
I know it was in progress. You were still working on some stuff.
Got it in. So you got your red light saunas, your cold plunge, your massage chairs. these shake plates, which are like warm up, cool down machines. They just work out kind of all the lactic acid that
Sure,
you
yeah.
get from your workout, or like I said, just warm up, cool down. And then we got a 3D machine that we just ordered. I'm always ordering some shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was like 12 grand. So that thing scans your body, medical grade. So tells you your body composition and just all that kind of stuff.
Tells you how fat you are.
Tells you how fat you are, or or how lean you are. But this one's legit.
Right on.
It's a cool one. So you got your IV clinic that opens hopefully the next couple weeks, and then which is like your drip, or they do testosterone, or they do injections, they do Botox, wrestling, all that type of shit. And then you just got your gym, boxing room, yoga studio opened up downstairs. We have Pilates, Zumba, mixed fit,
Everything.
HIIT classes, dance. That all goes downstairs for all the ladies basically,
Yeah.
or the dudes if you're into it. And that's showers, the golf course in the back, 160 acres of private property that our members can use.
Yep.
So I mean, man, you name it.
That's incredible, man. So
Yeah.
so a new member signs up.
Yeah.
And what obviously they get the equipment itself. Do they get with the membership? Do they get classes? Do they get access to the cold plunge? Do they get those different things, or is that a separate?
Yeah, it's we just separated it. So I mean, say you get the year-long membership for $50 a month, no sign-up fees, no annual fees. It's $54 with tax.
Yeah.
And then you get everything's inclusive to 24/7 access in the entire gym. Pretty much everything I mentioned, with the exception of the active recovery room, which is just $15 extra a month.
Yeah.
But that's it.
And that includes that.
Yeah, $15 extra, you get that recovery room. Other than that, everything else is inclusive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
you
really not
you
bad.
can't beat it. No,
No, it's pretty sweet.
$50 a month, man.
Yeah, yeah,
it's no Planet Fitness, that's for sure.
yeah.
I'm not knocking Planet Fitness, but when you come into your place and like you got some solid trainers in there. I know you're
Yeah.
in there all the time.
Right.
Your wife's in there all the time.
Yep. My mom.
Your mom.
Yep.
Yeah, your mom, dude. She's fit too, dude.
Yeah, she is. She just got more fit.
Wow, good for her.
She's been on it. Yeah, she just really just got. We had her on a trainer for a minute because she was kind of letting go.
Yeah.
A little bit. So I was like, Mom, we got to get back into it. She didn't. I swear to God, she swung back like in 2 months.
Good for her.
Yeah, she's running miles now, and she's running laps around me, man. She's doing really good.
Good for her, man.
Yeah, so
that's awesome. And then again,
Yeah.
there you go. There's it's for everybody.
Absolutely.
And that was going to lead into my next thing. So
Yeah.
this is not just targeting, young adults.
Right.
This is it's for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we even had George Yapor, the guy that owns a mattress firm.
Uh-huh.
I think he's our oldest member.
Right
I
on.
hope he doesn't mind me saying that. I don't think he cares.
I would imagine not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, he was there working out with the trainer. And yeah, we have, elders there, and we have, from
I know you do a lot of
Shit.
stuff with the like youth, like I'm talking
tons.
youth.
Yeah, I think we have over 100 kids there at the moment. But those, we will only let kids train with personal trainers. So if you're under 12, you
Yeah.
have to have a trainer, obviously.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons, you're just, you need the guidance.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, because like you see it again on social media, like
yeah.
the kids doing stuff in the hot stepping or whatever, quick feet stuff for football or whatever sport they're playing.
Yep.
I know our guys go in there and they love their trainer.
Right.
Christian is
Christian Harris, man.
Yeah, shout out to that dude, man.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody
incredible.
different. Like he's just such an amazing human being.
He stands out.
He's just like he comes
Yeah.
to our games all the time, and
Yeah.
like he's like, hey, can I go sit up, dude? You don't need to ask, man. You're part
Yeah.
of our family, dude.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do in here.
Go on the ice.
If you want to coach,
Put on
jump
some
behind the
pads.
bench,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
brings his beautiful little daughter all the
Yep.
time.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, it's gorgeous,
she's
yeah.
such a sweetheart.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's just a genuine guy, and
is.
he cares.
Yep. No, he's been great since day one, man. He was before I built the gym. Basically, worse off than when you saw it.
Yeah.
I had invited him to come see, and again, kind of sell him on the vision. And he saw it. He was on board since day one when it was really a long shot. And there was a few people that were on board, not a lot. Everyone was like, man, this guy's probably not going to pull this off or run out of money. I mean, really, man. I even was close, on like,
Well,
if I was going to be able to do this or not, so.
I don't know how you do it or what you do or whatever, but your dreams, your aspirations, whatever you got going on, man,
Yeah.
good for you, because I
Thanks.
know you got some other stuff going up. I don't
Right.
know if we're allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Tell us a little bit what you got working.
Well, before I get into that, just lately, not even lately. I mean, I think I've been doing it subconsciously for so long, but now that I'm more conscious and more self-aware, and I think more in tune, really, to this like manifestation thing, man, I'm manifesting like a mother. On my way to work, it doesn't take long. My 5-minute drive from my house to the gym. I'm just I'm hitting whatever frequencies I need to be on, talking about what I need to go through, what I'm looking to achieve, how I'm looking to get there. Who am I speaking to? Really, I'm not too sure. I'm not very religious or anything like that, but I'm definitely I am in tune with the universe and just being a good human and doing good and just you get back what you whatever you give, you get back, I think, type of thing, so that I've been practicing almost religiously, and this really, when I was doing the gym midway, I really had to hit that harder than I ever have, just to get my mind there, okay, don't check out, you can do this, you're gonna pull this off if you give it everything you have, if you give it everything, man, die doing this. If you have to die doing this, then you get there, and I really think that's what helped me finish it. So that's my mindset now on almost everything, and I think I've been doing so good on it, and I think just keeping myself so in tune that it's been speeding up all these other things I want to do, and I'm just I'm so tuned in, bro. I feel like I'm on this frequency, and no one can get me off it,
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah,
sink or swim, if you're not first, you're last kind of mentality, right? And that's what separates people.
Yeah.
Whether you're a business person, weightlifting, an athlete, whatever you do.
Yeah.
If you have the motivation and the desire to do something, I think you hit it on the head. You can do it.
Yeah.
And there's only one thing that can happen, man, is failure.
Yeah.
Everybody fails, man.
And
Get
then
up and go again.
And then you fail, and then you pivot. And then you fail, and then you pivot.
100%.
And don't get me wrong. I've failed times. Can I cuss? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll bleep it out. We're all good, man. It's all good.
I continue to fail, but I embrace it, man. I embrace it. Okay, that didn't work. All good. Let me go this way. Let me go this way. Let me go under. Let me go through, over it. Whatever it takes. And I'd rather do every single option. And if it doesn't work, and sometimes it doesn't, it just won't work. Then it's not meant to be. But I at least know I did every freaking route and every creative solution I can think of, So that's my mindset, man. It's a little,
that's good for you,
dude. Crazy, yeah.
Well, hey, it's working.
It's working,
right? So what do you got going on?
So my bad. I guess I got off that one.
That's all good, man.
No, so I got a gym acquisition I've been working on. So before I came here, we had talked about it recently, and so I was thinking back. How long has it been since I kind of conceptualized this idea of this basically $7 million gym acquisition that I'm trying to do? And it was only 4 months ago that it came to mind through a conversation with somebody who kind of mentioned it to me. And what he mentioned to me, I basically ran with, and it was a fluke of an idea, just something that more than likely was not going to happen. And I've again worked, chipped, met these people, introduced myself, gave out some ideas. Just been kind of just again manifesting this thing from just a random idea, and somebody like me who, I don't have 7 million, I'm definitely figuring it out, but now it's basically here coming this week, and it's only 4 months, that's not that long. I was thinking when I was thinking about it, I was like, was it 6 months ago, 8 months ago? Was it almost a year? No, man, it's fucking 4 months ago.
Oh, wow. That's great. Well, like you said, get the ball rolling and
yeah. No, I'm trying to go, man. So if I lock this down this week, this will be sweet.
That'll be awesome, man.
But yeah, it'll be 3 more gyms that we're getting around El Paso. They're big, they're bigger than the one I have now. Mm-hmm. So they're all pretty huge, and they got a great member base. And the idea would be, if it happens the way I'm hoping I can do it, would be to transition them into GetFits, and then just build this brand. Sky's
the limit, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing fitness, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's something there's a couple things in life that never change. Fitness, taxes, and death.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
I like fitness in there. Yeah, you're right.
Honestly, it is, because everybody talks about doing fitness, and I'm a guy to talk, right? You always when you come to the gym, I'll come tomorrow.
Right.
That's my mentality, right?
Just and you look at coming here.
Yeah, so exactly, right? Yeah. And then you look at my wife and daughter, they're fit, and they work out all the time. And well, not all the time, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, they're on it.
But people talk about it. Right. And then whether they get on a 2-month kick, a 3-month kick, they're doing it. Right. They have to do it somewhere. And they don't feel if they accomplish something if they're doing it at home, because that's the way I am. If I work at home, dude, I don't want to do that. I want to go to a gym where there's people where I'm preoccupied of 20 minutes on the treadmill. Right. At home it's like, come on, dude.
Helps. That helps me. The energy, especially
Yeah.
when it's just like, sometimes it's just different in the gym.
Yeah.
Sometimes the energy's, whatever, but sometimes it's high. And you can feel it.
Yeah.
And those days are great, because you just feel like everyone's like on it that day. And you're just like, okay, shit,
that's
I
good,
need
man.
to kick in another level,
For sure.
Yeah.
And I'm sure to be a gym, again, this is just me on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
I know as a hockey player, like you kind of do it, and you got to kind of fit the mold.
Right.
So if you're some out of shape, heavy set, not a fit dude,
Yeah.
trying to run a gym,
Right.
I don't know if I'm buying this. Hey man, you need a membership. Dude.
Right.
That's just me.
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that, man. Again, I've been doing some research, and kind of my competitors. Now that I'm looking to kind of grow into this bigger thing than just one gym,
Yep.
trying to kind of go into this maybe statewide, maybe national thing
Sure.
at some point, And so I'm researching some of these gym owners, and they're not that great
Right.
looking. They just have really good business models
Sure.
where they kind of just taking your money type of thing. But it's a great model. It's a great
Right.
model. I just don't respect it. It's just something I couldn't do.
Sure.
And
And I agree with that.
yeah,
Like it would be me telling somebody how to play hockey if I've never put skates on before.
yeah,
That's my profession. That's my passion. That's everything. And if I was just one of those sideline coaches from the bench, there's no respect for it.
Yeah.
That's, again, just me.
Yeah.
On the outside looking in at
Right.
your profession.
yeah. But who's researching the owner of Planet Fitness? Who's researching the owner of Choose Crunch? Those guys.
Sure.
No one gives a.
The
So-
guy making Hershey's, is he a fat dude? Probably
Yeah,
not. But
you know what I mean.
you know what I mean? Like,
Who looks into that?
but it is like it's healthy when you go into your gym.
Yeah.
There's some good looking people there, right?
Yeah.
You walk in and like, man, I want to look like that.
Yeah.
And that's motivation all in itself.
100%, man. Yeah, I agree.
Cool, man.
I agree.
Anything else coming up? I know our season's kicking off, and we're
forward to it.
boys are going to be back in banging over there, and
Soon, right?
September 1, dude?
Yeah. Oh shit.
that's
Okay. 4 days.
yeah. Is that 4
days?
days, whatever it is? Yeah, we'll
Alright,
talk
sweet.
about that
Next week, man.
Yeah, next week, man.
Yeah, okay.
The guys, the NA team reports on the 1st, I think, on
Okay.
Sunday. They'll practice here, and then they'll get into the thing.
Sweet.
And then the NA3 team, the other team, they report, I think, at the 5th.
Okay.
So it's kind of back to back, but you and I can talk about
Yeah.
that. But yeah, man.
Yeah, no, aside from that, I got a restaurant I'm working on. So this will be my first high-end restaurant. I've done bars and grills, and I've done some pretty cool little kitchens. Like at El Paso Draft House was like nifty food items that we had that I thought were really good.
Yeah.
At my old bar. This is different. So this will be a high-end steakhouse. It'll be we'll offer seafood and everything under the sun as far as just fancy things, gold-plated steaks, caviar, just cool shit. I've never ever been in this industry like that. Never hit it this hard, so it's a learning curve for sure. But I'm running with it. We already got the location down. I've already paid for the lease. We already got the keys. I have renderings that should be done this week. I'll send them to you when I get them. Hopefully today.
Good for you,
Supposed to be
man.
Sunday. Yeah. So it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be an absolutely gorgeous restaurant. So I'm thinking we'll be like top 3 in the city that I can compete with. I think.
Good for you.
Yeah. So that.
Oh, look forward to that.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Busy man. So,
Yeah.
Anybody that's out there, Get Fit Fitness over on Treywood. Beautiful location, and hopefully some more locations coming up in the next little while too.
Man, real soon. I hope. Yeah. Hopefully.
I'm a believer, man. I got a lot of faith in you, dude,
Thanks,
for
man.
what you've done in the little time that I've known you.
Yeah.
It's refreshing and encouraging. So I wish you and your wife the best, dude.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for everything that you do for the Rhinos. I know
Yeah.
Christian is a huge part of that, and he's an awesome dude.
He's
and
the part of it.
yeah,
Sure.
but
Yeah,
you're also the owner. I got to kind of plug you too.
Yeah,
but
No, he's the guy for sure.
but we appreciate
Yeah.
everything, man,
You got
and we look forward to. Oh yeah, last thing, you're starting your own podcast.
I am. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little something. I follow a lot of guys: Joe Rogan, PBD, Gary V, Rob Dyrdek. I like a lot. Old skateboarder. I don't know who that
I know
is.
Rob.
Yeah, I used to skate back in the day, so I'm just a
I like
massive
ridiculousness,
fan.
man.
Yeah, I love that.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is. I just love that guy in general. So it'll probably be more his style than what he does, because he kind of just talks to himself.
Yeah.
For now. So I just kind of want to just enlighten and just kind of share my experiences, how I got here, what I do, my hardships and just the things I've been through, and just share basically anything that I think anyone can benefit from. So that's the plan for that for now anyway. And then maybe eventually, bring some people on and
Yeah, man.
just shoot the shit.
Awesome, dude. Well, I wish you the best of luck of that.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm sure you'll do successful things with that
Thanks,
as
man.
well.
Thanks.
Well, again, guys, Get Fitness over on Lee Trevino.
Yep.
Or not Lee Trevino, Treywood, I
Treywood.
should say.
Yeah.
And Lee Trevino.
Yep.
Beautiful place. Check it out. And again, man, best of luck. Thanks for hopping
bro.
on.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, bye guys.